The album was recorded at the Hit Factory in New York City and was produced by Stefan. Stefan produced most of Pop Goes the World, and since we wanted more guitars on this record, he was a great choice for it. And the Hit Factory too, because it's right in Times Square, and that's one of the reasons we went down there, was to try and catch some of the excitement of New York City and put it on the record. We wanted to call it The Adventures of Men Without Hats in the 21st Century at first, and since I wanted it to be a continuation of Pop Goes the World and the same themes, we decided to try and put women in there too, on an equal basis somehow. And so it turned into The Adventures of Men and Women Without Hats in the 21st Century. And since that's the real, it's always men and women, I decided to switch that around, so it became The Adventures of Women and Men Without Hats in the 21st Century. And then I decided to change the word hats for hate, just because I thought it would be a nicer image. And that's how it ended up, The Adventures of Women and Men Without Hate in the 21st Century. The band on the new record is the same band that toured Pop Goes the World last year in the States. We did 60 shows in about 4 months, and so the band got to know each other pretty well. We got to be pretty tight. We all went to studio to do the 21st Century album, and it was the first time actually that Men Without Hats has had a real rhythm section, a real drummer and a real bass player in studio making a record, so the energy was a lot more live. And just the fact of having women in the band was a real bonus too, getting another side of the story, and plus the fact it smelled a lot better in the tour bus. Well, vote with your money. Say you go to buy some fast food, you're actually voting for the destruction of the rainforest, because that's why they're destroying the rainforest. They're cutting down all the trees for grazing land for cattle, so they turn those cattle into burgers, and they turn those burgers into big bucks when they sell them to North Americans. And every time you do put $1 down, it goes up a corporate pyramid and ends up in the pocket of some big corporation that uses it for their own purpose. And I think you have to watch it, because everybody's selling something. We didn't use the logo this time on the record because I think there's been enough negative energy around these days. I think, just for example, when you go park your car, you'd rather see a green circle and not a red circle with a line through it. It's just too much of a negative message. Another reason is I was reading National Geographic one day, and there was an article on Jamaica, and they had this club in Jamaica, and they didn't want any Rastafarians in it because, I don't know, down there they have this thing against Rastafarians, I guess. And the logo for the sign in the door for no Rastafarians was a red circle with a red line through it and a picture of a man with a hat, because they wear these bonnets to put their dreadlocks into them. And when I saw that, I said, oh, that's not the message I wanted to get across. So we decided to drop it. In the 21st Century, being the title track, is picking up basically where Pop Goes the World left off. Could be Pop Goes the World Part 2, actually, because it's the same themes. Pop Goes the World was talking about if we don't stop doing what we're doing to Mother Earth, she's going to blow up. And that's what 21st Century is talking about. When the river runs dry, what will we say? What are we going to do when everything does run out? Hey Men is a song that reflects what I hear or what I see every time I turn on the TV or pick up a newspaper. Women and children all over the world, regardless of race or religion, seem to be the victims of a lot of violence, and that violence seems to be perpetrated a lot by men. So I'm just basically reflecting what is going on around me. SOS is the first cover that Men Without Hats has ever recorded. It's an ABBA song, and I thought that it fit in well with the theme of the record, the ecology theme, because we took a song that is traditionally the woman pining for her man song, and having it sung by a man takes on a totally different meaning. I dedicated it to Mother Earth, and we used it for our own purpose. Well, here come the 90s. It's the countdown to the 21st century. And if the 21st century is going to be any different than any better than the 20th century, well, we've got 10 years to start working at it and trying to make things better.